Hi kids. Well, it was a mass exodus from the hostel this morning, but I did manage to get a lift back to Gooch Gap to continue my hike to Woody. I have about 3.6 miles to do today. It's not a lot, but these aren't horizontal miles, so I'm averaging about a mile every hour and a half, so it will take me a long time to get there. And when I get there, I'm going to take a shuttle to Neal's Gap. There's a very dangerous section of the trail up ahead, and a couple of the girls and I decided to just skip it. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye. So I wanted everyone to see what the trail is like. Most of the trail is uphill. I don't think there's any downhill. But I don't know if you can tell from my video, the trail runs kind of along a ridge. So there's a steep slope to my left going up, and to the right there's a steep slope going down. So this is pretty much the space you have to work with. You take your breaks wherever you can. You know, if you need to have a moment of privacy, if you know what I mean. There's not a lot of opportunity for that. So if you find one, you make sure you utilize it. And I'm right below the summit of one mountain or another. I may not summit every mountain, but I do climb up partially, quite a few a day. So it's constant up, up, up. And then you get a little down, but it's really steep usually. I don't want to fall off the mountain here. So I'm probably going to end my video, and I'm probably a mile into a 3.6 mile hike for today. And it may not sound like a lot, but you get the picture. Up, down. Trail always leads up. I don't think it ever leads down. So I'll make another video. I'm going to stop at about the 2 mile mark and take a break. And I'll talk about my new routine on trail to keep myself safe at that time. Bye, kids. So I started climbing up Ramrock. This is pretty steep. Not as steep as Sassafras, but just to give you an idea, oh my goodness, of what it's like. That's pretty much straight up. I don't know where the top is. It's not a huge mountain to climb. I've certainly done far worse. My legs feel great. I'm eating, hydrating finally. I think I got this for now. But just wanted you to see the torture that I'm enduring. Bye for now. So I can see the parking area up ahead, and this actually signifies the end of my hike for today. So anytime you see the end of your hike for the day, it makes you really happy. Hopefully I can find some water up ahead. I'm gonna try to get a ride to Neal's Gap. So I'll check in with you guys later. Bye. Yeah, I made it to Woody Gap, so I'm pretty excited. Just under 4 miles. And for those of you who wonder where I get my water from, well, this is it. Wherever you can find it. So I've got about an hour and a half before my ride gets here. I had to hike into the woods a little bit to find this water source, but it looks amazing. It looks nice and cold. So I'm going to stick my water bottle in there. And I do filter it before I drink it. But some people don't. You know, it's a matter of preference. So I don't think you can tell, but there's kind of like an alcove down there. So I've got to put my phone down to get in there to get that nice water. I'm gonna wash my hands, wash my face, and just drink about a liter while I'm waiting for him. And hopefully this is nice and cold. The water's always cold when you get it. It's, as you're hiking, it turns like to tepid, warm, and I do like my ice cold water. So I'm gonna collect it and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. So I made it to my destination. I did make it to Nails Gap. I'll get some pictures up there tomorrow. Right now what you're looking at are the Blood Mountain cabins. I have a full kitchen. There's a loft. Bet a bunch of people could sleep up there, but I have it all to myself. I have a balcony and a flippin' fireplace, and I'm not even gonna turn that on. I'm gonna sit me in this chair later. I have a fridge. Guess what I have in my fridge? I have a partially drank Coke Zero. Otherwise, there's nothing. I'm gonna sleep in here tonight. And the most important part of this cabin, wait for it. Oh my God. Second most important. Yep. Oh my. So I've only been out here for about 6 days, but you really miss the little things like taking a shower and having a toilet to use instead of the other alternatives. So anyway, have a good night, everyone. I'll take some pictures of Nails Gap, of the quitting tree with all the shoes in it. It's quite a sight to see. This is my view of the mountains that I'm gonna have tonight. You really can't see them. Oh, there they are. So, yep. I'm gonna sleep like a queen. Good night. So, I know yesterday I posted a video about hostel life, and it was a lot of fun there, and I really miss being there. And I put some pictures up of some people that I had met, Little John, Dave, and Sissy, and I never really told you how I met these folks. So Little John I met on my way up Hawk Mountain. He was acting a little bizarre, going up and down the trail. So every 30 minutes I would just run into him again, and finally I stopped him. I'm like, did I just see you? He's like, I said, am I hallucinating? He's like, oh no, you're hallucinating. But he had actually lost something and he was looking for it. I ran into him again at Justice Creek, and then we reconnected at the hostel. And he's just a fun guy. He's out here until May 8th, and then he's going home to his children, and he's just looking to have a little fun. And we had a great time at the shelter. Dave, he was the PCT through hiker. He actually hiked the Pacific Crest Trail last year, and then when he was done, he went to California, and him and his group replanted sequoia trees up there, and they planted into the hundreds of thousands of them. And he saved all his money so he could hike the AT this year. And he showed up at the Atlanta airport with just his gear. He didn't have any food, so we bought a bunch of cashews at the airport store. And when he told me that, I actually asked him if he wanted some of my food because I hadn't eaten anything. So he wound up so happy to have my homemade meals. And he eats nonstop because he's putting some big miles in every day. And Sissy, she's probably my favorite person that I've met so far, and I've met a lot of great people, but she's special to me. I met her, let's see, the day I got here. When I climbed Springer Mountain, she was there, and she took the picture of me at the plaque. She didn't stay at Stover Creek. She did stay at Stover Creek her first night. And then the second night we connected at the Hawk Mountain shelter again. And then from there, on the third day, I stopped at Justice Creek. She kept going a couple of more miles to the next shelter. but she's a little bit ahead of me on the trail right now. Probably about 11 miles at this point, because today she was supposed to do 11. But she wound up staying at the hostel with me both days, and we just had a great time. We stretched, we did a little bit of the massage chair. We took turns in that because they had a nice massage chair there, and she will be missed. You know, you'll know someone for just a couple of days here, but they make such a huge impact on your life. And Missy's she has to go home, Sissy has to go home at the end of May, so she is not doing the whole trail. So she's just trying to get as much trail done as she can. I'm more of a slow and steady hiker. I want to experience the trail, not necessarily put a ton of miles in. So tonight I'm going to plan to be out in the wild for 4 days. I think 4 or 5 days until I hit Unicoi Gap, and then I have a resupply box waiting with my medication. And once I get a good supply of medication, I'm going to not get another resupply box for a while. There are plenty of places to resupply along the way. The things I need from home I can get very cheaply down here. I mean, this cabin cost me $80. I feel like I'm ripping them off. It's terrible. Yeah. So I'm going to miss these people. Mostly because they encouraged me so much. You know, it was a rough start out here. And they told me it was okay. It's okay to stink. It's okay that you have to pee in the woods. It's one thing to know you're going to be uncomfortable and not shower and not change your clothes, and you're going to sweat all the time. And the worst is trail stink. We all stink out here. It's something terrible. And it's okay to be sore and tired, and it's okay just to walk 4 or 5 miles a day. And these kids are running circles around me. They're all young, and they're all great, and they're pulling 15, 18, 20 miles a day, and I just do 4 or 5 and I stop, because that's what my body will let me do. I have nothing left after that, and that's okay too. And they know I'm going to be okay, so I wish them all the best, and maybe someday we'll all run into each other again. Bye.